Candlelight celebration at Mortarboard's 62nd National Conference. I am honored to preside over tonight's celebration as my last official duty as your outgoing national president. What an exciting weekend. We have elected 2 new student representatives at large and our new student advisory board, learned more about chapter operations, connected with our region and beyond, and engaged in professional and leadership development. And we've been inspired by the confidence, courage, collaboration, and authenticity of Dr. Tamara McMillan, our keynote speaker and newest member and National Citation recipient. This conference would not be possible without the generosity of the Mortarboard National Foundation. In January, our foundation trustees decided to provide financial support for this year's national conference. We could not have the conference we are hosting this weekend without them. I hope, trustees, that you are seeing the many benefits of the investment you have made in Mortarboard's future. I am humbled by your ongoing partnership with the National Council and generosity in supporting our society. I'd like to introduce you to the foundation trustees who are here with us tonight. Incoming foundation president, Craig Evers, from the Mabel G. Freeman chapter at The Ohio State University. Vice President, Karen Steiner, Jane K. Smith chapter at San Diego State University. Our outgoing secretary, Jan Farrington, from the Tassels chapter at the University of Mississippi. Our incoming secretary, Dr. David Lassiter, from the Clavia chapter at Ball State University. Treasurer, Matt Ross, Mabel G. Freeman chapter at the Ohio State University. Laura Simic, from the Scroll and Script chapter at the University of Oregon. Our incoming foundation trustee, Jetta Vitosh, from the Black Mask chapter, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And the outgoing foundation president and past national president, Dr. Barbara Arnold, Pennsylvania State University, Arcusai chapter.
In addition to our national foundation, I wanted to extend a warm thank you to one of our longstanding supporters of both Mortarboard on a national level and our national conference, Blossoms Express, our exclusive flower provider. Each year, around 20 of our chapters work with Blossom Express for their commencement flower sales, which also helps Mortarboard by providing significant profits to our individual Mortarboard chapters. In fact, this past year alone, the partnership helped raise nearly $100,000 for our Mortarboard collegiate chapters. This year, Blossoms Express is the named sponsor of our fabulous conference t-shirts, which will be mailed to our campuses in August. So when you get your t-shirt, you'll see their logo on the sleeve. A very special thanks to Lori Taylor and Audra from Blossoms Express for their continued partnership. Lori is a member and also a fund founder, and not just during conference season, but year-round, they are incredible supporters. Their commitment to Mortarboard and all of our collegiate chapters is truly appreciated. As you know, the annual chapter fees that each chapter pays every year only pays for a portion of their costs, especially towards their conference participation. Our generous donors and sponsorships, particularly through our Adopt a Chapter program, allow us to put on this first-rate conference for you every single year, even in virtual years. It is my pleasure to recognize several people and groups of people this evening. So as I mentioned, I'd like to take a moment to celebrate the generosity of our individual donors through our Adopt a Chapter and conference support campaigns. This year, we had 23 individual donors give to Mortarboard, helping us raise close to $10,000 in individual contributions to assist our chapters and students so that they could participate. It's really inspiring to me to see how our members and friends continue to live out the ideals of Mortarboard, not just in words, but through their action and generosity. Many of these donors are with us tonight, and we are so very grateful. Let's take a moment and drop a chat, in the chat, a note or an emoji or a heart to thank our generous supporters for making such a meaningful impact both for conference and throughout the year.
Earlier this week, we announced our collegiate chapters and alumni award winners. Throughout this past year, we have seen many chapters innovate and find new ways to excel on their campuses. We are so thrilled to see so many chapters thriving and making and carrying on mortarboard traditions at their alma maters. In addition to these awards, each year mortarboard honors one collegiate chapter award that really soars above the rest, the Ruth Weimer Mount Chapter Excellence Award. As one of the first chapters to submit their candidates each year, this chapter serves as a model for what chapters should do. They are active on campus, Instagram, and in their community. Chapter officers regularly attend events, and the advisor engages in national programming as well. Each person has a specific role within the chapter, allowing everyone to be actively involved. The chapter also hosts a major campus event, Oktoberfest, which raises visibility on campus. Their last lecture series creatively features 4 mini lectures in one event. This year's Ruth Weimer Mount Chapter Excellence Award recipient is the Geist chapter at Longwood University. Congratulations.
Mortarboard also has individual awards that highlight outstanding contributions by both members and chapter advisors. The Starlington Award is named in honor of Dr. Marty Starling, initiated at Kansas State University, and Captain Sally Watlington, initiated at Purdue University. The award combines their names. This year's first recipient is Maddox Spinelli from the University of Washington. As president of the Tolo chapter, Maddox immediately stepped up to reactivate the chapter. Having been without an advisor for more than 2 years, the chapter had fallen behind on many requirements and actions. Maddox quickly brought them up to speed to allow the chapter to focus on what they wanted to accomplish. He helped facilitate an officer meetup to bond and take professional headshots for their updated webpage. He pulled together monthly chapter meetings, and he helped the chapter plan and execute a service project with Backpack Brigade. Congratulations, Maddox.
This year's second recipient is Grace Tang from Carnegie Mellon University. As president of the ETA chapter, Grace's dedication to mortarboard at Carnegie Mellon was evident in her efforts to improve the experience for current chapter members. After attending the national conference, she returned with a renewed focus and worked tirelessly with the executive board to put the chapter back on steady ground. Her initiatives, such as adding juniors to the recruitment plan, led to doubling of the chapter size and significantly increased fundraising, ensuring a bright future for mortarboard at Carnegie Mellon University. Congratulations, Grace.
Since 1941, the foundation has supported more than 600 mortarboards in their postgraduate study, giving over $1.5 million in fellowships. This year, we presented $40,000 in fellowship money to 9 very deserving members and future doctors, dentists, counselors, lawyers, and professors. Congratulations to this year's 2025-2026 fellowship recipients. Toluwa Aduloju, a 2023 initiate at Xavier University. Grace Beauchamp, a 2022 initiate at the University of Alabama. Catherine Wong, initiated into the University of Southern California chapter in 2022. Carson Kim, a 2024 initiate at Auburn University. Mohammed Gufran Murtuza, initiated into Texas Tech University's chapter in 2024. Anina Nugent, a 2023 initiate at the University of South Alabama. Emily Plotnick, initiated at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 2023. Nick Schemmel, initiated at the University of Kansas in 2023, and Lydia Storm, a 2023 initiate of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. You can read about their amazing accomplishments in the conference program, on the website, and on social media.
This year, we are thrilled to announce a new alumni award, Volunteer of the Year. Volunteers are the heartbeat of mortarboard, constant, vital, and inspiring. Their unwavering dedication touches every facet of the society, driving its mission forward. The Volunteer of the Year Award honors an exceptional individual who has significantly advanced Mortarboard's mission at the national level, embodying the Society's ideals of scholarship, leadership, and service. We are proud to present the 2025 Volunteer of the Year Award to Laura Baker. Laura was initiated into Mortarboard at The Ohio State University in 2008, where she was chapter president. Laura has served Mortarboard in a number of capacities, including as a section coordinator, chapter advisor, and even as a staff member of the national office. Laura currently serves as treasurer of the OSU Mortarboard Alumni Council and serves nationally as the chair of the development committee for the Mortarboard National Foundation. Under her leadership this past year, Mortarboard significantly expanded its fundraising efforts at a time when that support was more crucial than ever. Thank you, Laura, for your exceptional volunteer service, and congratulations on this well-deserved award.
We now celebrate the Alumni Achievement Awards, presented to distinguished members who were initiated into Mortarboard more than 10 years ago, either as collegiate or honorary members, and who have achieved lasting excellence in their professional lives or provided extraordinary service to their communities. These honorees have remained true to Mortarboard's ideal of scholarship, leadership, and service, and they continue to inspire us all. Please join us in recognizing the 2025 Alumni Achievement Awards recipients. Our first honoree is Beth Moody Jones, initiated at the University of Vermont in 1981. Beth is an exceptional leader in the field of physical therapy education. Through her work at the University of New Mexico Health Sciences Center, she has mentored countless students and shaped the next generation healthcare professionals. Her innovative approach teaching not only improves student engagement, but also contributes to better patient care across the profession. Beyond the classroom, Beth has committed herself to service, actively shaping policies in clinical practice, research, and efficacy. Her influence is felt far beyond her immediate reach.
Next, we honor Dr. Cheryl Gunter, initiated at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville in 1976. With a distinguished academic career in audiology and speech-language pathology, Cheryl has taught at 5 universities and currently serves as professor and associate dean at Westchester University. She has conducted research, shared her expertise at hundreds of seminars, and helped shape the future of communication sciences. Cheryl's impact extends into her community as well. She is an engaged member of her church and her beloved sorority, Gamma Phi Beta. Her career reflects a deep ongoing commitment to education, mentorship, and service. We are honored to have Cheryl here with us tonight. Finally, we recognize John Wagner, initiated at Auburn University in 1991. John began his professional journey in law, clerking for the Alabama Supreme Court, and practicing in Atlanta before returning to Auburn University, where he has served in multiple senior roles. As secretary to the Board of Trustees, John plays a pivotal role in university governance. Equally important, he is a trusted mentor to student leaders and a steadfast supporter of student government. John's presence on campus is marked by warmth, guidance, and an unwavering dedication to student success. His service exemplifies leadership in both education and the law. Please join me in congratulating these 3 outstanding alumni. Their contributions reflect the very best of what Mortarboard represents. To hear more about this year's recipients, please enjoy this short video.
I am inspired by the words of the late Rosalind Carter. A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. Let us continue to have a vision that inspires people to travel to the places that enable them to be the very best they can be. For this award, for which Mortarboard has selected me, I am humbled and honored. Thank you for your affirmation of my contributions, and God bless you all.
I'm Dr. Beth Moody Jones, Division Chief and Professor of Physical Therapy at the University of New Mexico, and I'm truly honored to receive the Mortarboard Alumni Achievement Award for 2025. Mortarboard has been a part of my story since I was an undergraduate. It was the very first time I was recognized for leadership, and that moment lit a spark in me that guided my entire career in education, leadership, and service. Those values, scholarship, leadership, and service, have stayed with me throughout my journey. They inspired me to establish the first endowed scholarship in the history of our physical therapy program to recognize and support students who demonstrated those same ideals. This award is especially meaningful because it reflects the heart of what I have tried to live every day, lifting others up, creating opportunities, and making an impact that lasts beyond me. Thank you for this incredible honor.
Tonight, as we gather for the Candlelight celebration and reflect on the leadership that continues to shape Mortarboard's legacy, it is our honor to recognize a truly remarkable leader, Dr. Barbara J. Arnold. Barb was initiated into the Arcoside chapter at Penn State in 1981, and she has given over 4 decades of extraordinary service to Mortarboard. Her involvement began in 1986 and includes key roles in the National Council as Director of Communications, President-elect, and in the pivotal role of National President from 2001 to 2003. She also served as a section coordinator, chaired the Mortarboard Inc. nominating committee, and led the Centennial Steering Committee from 2015 to 2018. Most notably, Barb has just completed a 10-year term as trustee of the Mortarboard National Foundation, and the past 4 as the foundation's president, where she has stewarded the growth and sustainability of Mortarboard's philanthropic impact. She is not only a charter member of the Torch Society, founding member number 10, but also the namesake and generous funder of the Barbara J. Arnold Endowment Fund, a lasting testament to her belief in Mortarboard's mission. Professionally, Barb is a professor of practice in mining engineering at Penn State, where she earned her BS, MS, and PhD in related disciplines. She is a renowned international expert in coal preparation, a registered professional engineer, and a recognized leader in the mining industry, having served as the 2018 president of the Society for Mining, Metallurgy, and Exploration. Yet with all her accomplishments, Barb remains one of Mortarboard's most loyal and visible supporters. She has attended over 30 national conferences, more, we believe, than any other member in history. I'm only at 9, and I've been fortunate to have Dr. Arnold in a leadership role at every one of those. Barb, we thank you for your vision, your leadership, your generosity, and your steadfast presence. Your legacy in Mortarboard is lasting and profound. Please join me in celebrating a lifelong servant leader and the outgoing president of the Mortarboard National Foundation Board of Trustees, Dr. Barbara J. Arnold.
Well, thank you so much, Craig, for those kind words. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was in Indianapolis for my first summer meeting. And, it's been a journey, but it has certainly been one of my primary philanthropies. It's also been one of my primary leadership leadership areas, I guess you want to call it. And I've learned from some incredible people who went before me. And I know that Kathy Randall and Mabel Freeman and maybe Dottie Phillips and who else? Kay McKenzie might also be on this call. So it's collective wisdom from people from before me. So I really thank you for highlighting this. Thank you.
I have the honor of recognizing our second outstanding leader tonight, Catherine E. Chick. As national president for the past 2 years, I've had the good fortune of following in the footsteps of Katie Chick. Katie has not only provided an exemplary example of how to be a national president, but she has showed up in all the amazing Katie Chick ways as immediate past president and chair of our standing nominating committee. We are all in for a treat today, as she will recite the torch at the end of the candlelight ceremony. Katie Chick was initiated into the Keystone chapter at Hood College in 2006, where she was chapter president during her collegiate year. Katie has been volunteering at the national level ever since, and starting immediately in 2007. She was a section coordinator from 2007 to 2013, and then began 12 continuous years of service on National Council, first as vice president for an outstanding term from 2013 to 2018, followed by alumni representative from 2018 to 2019, and then president-elect national president, and now finishing her current service as immediate past president. But wait, there's more. Katie is a Torch Society member, in fact, a charter member at number 50. She is also a fund founder of the Catherine E. Chick Endowment, where she supports mortarboard today and into the future. She has led the search for our current national executive director, Dr. Kirsten Fox, ensuring throughout the process that we identified a leader committed to our mission. She has attended every national conference since 2006, participated in numerous strategic plans, trained and mentored countless national leaders, and was actively engaged in the original discussions around expanding membership to include juniors. In her professional life, Katie is Vice President of Human Resources at North Star Anesthesia. She has a BA in English and Music from Hood College, a Master's in Organizational Leadership from Gonzaga University, and a Professional in Human Resources certification. She is as passionate and committed and supportive in her professional life as she is in her volunteering roles with Mortarboard. I am lucky enough to count Katie as both a valued Mortarboard colleague and a dear friend. I often tease her about being all heart and a warm hug, but really, she is the epitome of our ideals. She is a dedicated leader with empathy, a scholar with compassion, and an equity-based warrior who serves with others in mind. She is authentic, resilient, and courageous. And in the words of the incomparable Dr. Saranazam, in life, we are not always aware of the historical significance of someone's actions and impact in the moment. But when I think about Katie, I know for certain that her contributions to Mortarboard have deeply shaped the society in such a way that all that lies ahead would not have been the same without her. Katie's servant leadership has transformed Mortarboard, and her legacy will be lasting forever. Katie, we thank you for your commitment, your engagement, your mentorship, and your generosity. Your imprint on Mortarboard is deep and enduring. Please join me in celebrating Katie Chick, our outgoing immediate past president of Mortarboard and an inspiration to us all.
Thank you, Cass. I just hope that Mortarboard can bring to all of you on the call tonight everything that it's brought to me. And I just see so many faces of people that I love and admire on the screen right now, and new friends that I've made this weekend. And I can't thank Mortarboard enough for what it's given to me, and thank all of you for what you're giving to Mortarboard. Thank you.
Our final alumni award of the day is the presentation of the Distinguished Lifetime Member Award, the highest honor Mortarboard bestows upon one of its own. This award recognizes alumni who are initiated as collegiate or honorary members and are many years past their undergraduate degree, members who have not only achieved distinction in their professional and civic lives, but who have remained deeply committed and connected to Mortarboard through their lasting service, mentorship, and advocacy. These are individuals who have embodied the ideals of scholarship, leadership, and service across their lifetime and who continue to inspire us all. This year, we are proud to honor 2 exceptional recipients.
Our first Distinguished Lifetime Membership recipient commands a legacy of impact on student life on multiple campuses and on mortarboard at the national level, both with chapters, sections, and with National Council. It's my pleasure to award this Distinguished Lifetime Membership to my mentor and my friend, Glenda Guyton, initiated at Carson Newman University in 1974. Glenda's professional career in student affairs began in 1959 when she served as Assistant Dean of Women at the University of Alabama. She advised women's organizations and helped facilitate the desegregation of the campus throughout the 1960s, being the escort for Vivian Malone Jones, the first African American female student to enroll at the university, when George Wallace gave his infamous stand in the schoolhouse door speech at now Foster Auditorium. At the University of Alabama, she also served as advisor to returning adult students, assistant dean of students, and ultimately the assistant of vice president for student affairs. Following her retirement from the University of Alabama in 1983, she worked as dean of students at Frank Phillips College, where she also served as acting president for 1 year. In 2001, Glenda returned to Tuscaloosa, and she began serving as president of Women of the Capstone, a group dedicated to mentoring first-generation college students. Her commitment to mortarboard is immeasurable. Glenda served as an advisor to the Hypatia chapter at the University of Alabama for more than 2 decades, receiving an Excellence in Advising Award from the National Council in 2013. In this role, she helped raise tens of thousands of dollars by helping lead the rose sale at every commencement ceremony, ultimately helping to establish the Hypatia chapter's endowment with mortarboard. She hosted monthly officer meetings in her home, hosted lovely initiation ceremonies, fostered communication with key university administrators, and maintained contact with local mortarboard alumni. Glenda's commitment to mortarboard also extends to the national level, where she has volunteered as section coordinator as alumni representative to the National Council as well. She is most famously known, as my dear friend, post-national president Katie Chick will admit, for her beautiful recitation of our poem, The Torch. Also, a fun fact about Glenda, she served as an advisor to the University of Alabama's cheerleading squad during the 1960s, and she and her husband, beloved husband, Walter, met while traveling to away games at the request of legendary coach Paul Bear Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to award this distinguished lifetime membership to Glenda Guyton. Please join me in honoring Glenda for her remarkable lifelong dedication and service to mortarboard. As Glenda is not able to join us tonight, I will let her friends speak for her. In the words of my dear friend, Dr. Catherine Randall, who is on the call tonight, former past national president of mortarboard and a true mortarboard leader and legacy, Glenda is a real treasure. She has a lasting impact on mortarboard, and her legacy at the University of Alabama is immeasurable. Her service as Assistant Dean of Women gave all Alabama women a role model to which to aspire and formed bonds of friendship that have continued through the decades. In the words of my dear friend and Glenda's dear friend, Susan Herndon Caples McGuire, also a former past national president of mortarboard and fellow advisor to the Hypatia chapter, Glenda remains one of my closest friends. She is an amazing Gigi to her 5 grandchildren, and I have tried to emulate her as a grandmother. My best times with Glenda were those associated with mortarboard. She exemplifies scholarship, leadership, and service. In the words of Betty Zoller, former mentee of Glenda, she loves Mortarboard and all the young women who have been members. Not only was she there for the members while they were in college, but she continues to be an influential part of their lives. Being a part of the Dean of Women's office gave her the opportunity to guide the life of every female student at the University of Alabama in the 1960s. I would not take anything for positive influence that she had on my life. She influenced not only with words, but also by example. Miss Betty also offered a fun few quips that Glenda was very strict when it came to their travels and cheerleading, that they represented the University of Alabama and to always be on their best behavior. Glenda, a point of personal privilege, and I hope this gets to you by virtue of Beth Ann and Amy. I wouldn't be here today without your guidance, your grace, and your support. Thank you. And on behalf of Mortarboard and the National Council, congratulations on your lifetime achievements and becoming a distinguished lifetime member of our society. Again, please join me in celebrating Glenda's lifelong commitment and service to Mortarboard.
Thank you, Nathan, and congratulations again to Glenda. Our second Distinguished Lifetime Member Award is a true trailblazer whose vision and resolve fundamentally shaped the future of Mortarboard. Catherine Nelson Evans initiated at Texas Tech University in 1957. Catherine served as our 13th National President of Mortarboard from 1973 to 1976. Her leadership came at our most defining moment. As National President, she led our society through one of its most consequential transitions, responding to the federal implications of Title IX and guiding Mortarboard from a women-only honor society to one that would include all genders. This was not a moment of passive leadership and Catherine rose to the challenge. Catherine immersed herself in the complexity of the issue. She traveled back and forth from her home in Texas to Washington, D.C. She consulted with federal officials, she gathered information firsthand, and prepared the society to make a most difficult decision of national consequence. She did all of this without the benefit of email or text messages, digital archives, or even widespread air travel convenience, relying instead on phone calls, handwritten letters, and physical travel to offices and record libraries. And all the while she was doing all of this, she was also completing her master's degree in public administration, raising a family and 2 children, and continuing to fulfill all of Mortarboard's ongoing business as national president, things like conferences. At the 1975 National Conference in Kansas City, it was Catherine who laid out the 5 paths forward, including among them the possibility of Mortarboard ceasing to exist. With remarkable poise, she led delegates through a difficult, emotional, and deeply consequential deliberation. And on October 19, 1975, the vote was cast. Mortarboard would become a coeducational honor society. The decision was definitive. 150 delegates in favor, 17 opposed, and it forever changed our society. As Catherine later humbly reflected, how in the world did we do this? But we know how. It was because of her vision, her resolve, and her quiet determination. Since then, Catherine has never left Mortarboard behind. Catherine is a charter member of the Torch Society, and she served on the Centennial Steering Committee. She has been a generous donor and has attended countless events, including most recently our Kendra Scott gathering in Dallas. One of her most proud moments was welcoming both her daughter Tracy and her granddaughter Grace into Mortarboard, making hers a 3-generation legacy. We have many members of Catherine's family with us tonight, including Tracy and Grace and her son Walt, as well as other friends and the Catherine fan club here on Zoom with us tonight. On a personal note, Catherine has become a treasured friend of mine. Since we first met at her house in 2021, I've been fortunate to experience her kindness, wisdom, and encouragement firsthand. Our conversations, whether about Mortarboard, family, current events, or even occasionally politics, are always thoughtful, grounding, and full of heart. Her support has meant more to me than she probably knows, and I continue to cherish the guidance she so generously offers. Thank you, Catherine, for all that you are to me and to Mortarboard. Catherine, you continue to be a mentor, a friend, and a champion for the organization, offering wisdom and encouragement. You're a powerful example of what it means to truly serve for a lifetime. On behalf of Mortarboard, we thank you and honor you for your courage, humility, and decades of unwavering service. Please join me in celebrating and welcoming Distinguished Lifetime Member of Mortarboard, Catherine Nelson Evans.
I feel so grateful for this wonderful award. I feel fortunate for my experiences through the years with Mortarboard. Mortarboard took a young woman from a small town in Texas and let me get out in the world from one thing to another and provided me with the incredible opportunity to work alongside personable students and wonderful professors, and of course, all the great people that worked at Mortarboard. But I want to relate to you one brief example of how Mortarboard actually changed my life. In 1972, while visiting the Mortarboard chapter at Emory, the president said, you know, I wanted to take you to the library to see the new gift we've gotten of letters from Carl Sandburg, whom I loved, to the library. And it was letters to a civil rights advocate during the most monotonous time of the 1950s and 1960s. And among the hundreds, there were hundreds of letters on the tables there. She said, I want you to read one of them. So I thought, well, I'll just drop my eyes and see. And this is what I saw. When you wake up on any morning, be very slow in thinking that you are useless amid the present crossroads of destiny. I've thought about that. Well, if we were writing, but I've thought about it, quote, often. After the last 50 years, as well as Mortarboard. It's a wonderful gift that has left with me. Finally, when the world is changing and you stand on the crossroads of destiny, don't feel useless. Do something to make the world a better place. Thank you.
Congratulations to Glenda and Catherine. You have both made the world and Mortarboard a better place. Thank you for your years of service and giving your all to our society. We love, appreciate, and celebrate you this evening for all that you have accomplished. I'm also excited that we are joined today by a number of previous Distinguished Lifetime members. Thank you for all that you have done for Mortarboard, and we're so happy that you are part of our Candlelight celebration. Now, I am thrilled to begin tonight's Candlelight ceremony. This time-honored tradition begins with the reading of each chapter in order in which they were founded. This year, we're doing something special to show the breadth of our chapters and their involvement and celebrate the many active campuses we have. As we highlight your chapter, rededicate yourself to Mortarboard, recommitting to be scholars, chosen for leadership, committed to service, united in equity, It is now my pleasure to invite our foundation trustees to help us with this honor.
The Ohio State University, University of Michigan, Swarthmore College, Cornell University, University of Missouri, Columbia, University of Illinois, DePauw University, University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, Knox College, University of Kentucky.
University of Wisconsin, Madison, Indiana University, the University of Pennsylvania, University of Nebraska, Lincoln, Lawrence University, Miami University, Northwestern University, Washington University in St. Louis, Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Texas at Austin,
University of Idaho, University of Oregon, University of Pittsburgh, Washington State University, the University of Kansas, the University of Vermont, University of Colorado, West Virginia University, Iowa State University, the University of Oklahoma,
University of California, Berkeley, University of Washington, Purdue University, the University of Iowa, University of Arizona, Whitman College, Montana State University, University of Montana, College of William and Mary, Kansas State University,
Middlebury College, the University of South Dakota, Ohio Wesleyan University, the University of Alabama, University of Southern California, Pomona College, University of Richmond Agnes, Scott College, Florida State University, Southern Methodist University,
University of Cincinnati, University of North Dakota, Oregon State University, University of Utah, University of Wyoming, Louisiana State University, Michigan State University, University of Maryland, Birmingham Southern College, the Pennsylvania State University,
Denison University, the University of New Mexico, Grinnell College, the University of Denver, the University of Tennessee at Knoxville, Boston University, Ohio University, the University of New Hampshire, the University of Georgia, University of California, Los Angeles,
Oklahoma State University, University of Arkansas, Vanderbilt University, Albion College, Bucknell University, Mississippi University for Women, University of Mississippi, University of Missouri, Kansas City, Cornell College, Occidental College,
Hood College, University of Connecticut, University of Louisville, University of Tulsa, Beloit College, Carleton College, Case Western Reserve University, Wayne State University, University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, Drake University,
Wichita State University, Auburn University, St. Lawrence University, University of Massachusetts Amherst, University of Redlands, Westminster College, Butler University, Chatham University, Texas Tech University, Stetson University,
Tulane University, Willamette University, University of Mary Washington, University of Puget Sound, University of Delaware, University of Florida, Colorado State University, Hope College, Arizona State University, Western Michigan University,
North Dakota State University, Rhodes College, the University of Akron, Augustana College, San Diego State University, the University of Miami, University of California, Santa Barbara, University of Hawaii at Manoa, Drury University, Bradley University,
Converse College, New Mexico State University, University of Rhode Island, University of South Carolina, University of the Pacific, Wittenberg University, McMurray College, Oklahoma Baptist University, University of North Texas, Bowling Green State University,
Emory University, the American University, Valparaiso University, Wake Forest University, Texas Christian University, University of Houston, Utah State University, Ball State University, Baylor University, Fort Hays State University, Northern Arizona University,
Northern Illinois University, California State University, Eastern Michigan University, Georgia State University, Grove City College, Idaho State University, Kent State University, Monmouth College, South Dakota State University, Texas Women's University, the University of Northern Colorado, the University of Texas at El Paso, University of South Florida,
Wesleyan College, Berea College, Central Michigan University, Trinity University, University of Memphis, Carson Newman College, Louisiana Tech University, Fisk University, Lake Erie College, Ohio Northern University, Tennessee Technological University, University of Evansville, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee,
Duquesne University, Hanover College, Illinois State University, University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, West Virginia Wesleyan College, Western Illinois University, Clemson University, James Madison University, University of Louisiana at Monroe, Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, Mississippi College, University of Central Oklahoma, William Jewell College,
Northern Michigan University, Texas A&M University, Troy University, University of South Alabama, Southern Nazarene University, Midwestern State University, Indiana State University, Eastern Kentucky University, the University of Toledo, Western Carolina University, Salem College, University of Central Missouri. Coe College. West Texas A&M University.
California Polytechnic State University, Mississippi State University, Stevens College, Queen's University of Charlotte, Spelman College, Otterbein University, University of Nebraska at Kearney, Adrian College, Texas Wesleyan University, Eastern Illinois University, Longwood University, University at Buffalo, Seattle Pacific University,
Xavier University, Northwest Missouri State University, Florida International University, George Washington University, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, Lakeland College, the University of Texas at San Antonio, University of San Diego, Western New England University, Leon College, Middle Tennessee State University, Rowan University, the Colorado College, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University,
Endicott College, Washburn University, Chapman University, Lenoir-Rhyne University, the University of Findlay, Illinois Wesleyan University, University of Minnesota Duluth, California State University Channel Islands, Alcorn State University, Pacific Lutheran University, Oregon State University Cascades, Jackson State University, College of Charleston, Life University.
The God of great endeavor gave me a torch to bear. I lifted it high above me in the dark and murky air, and straightway, with loud hosannas, the crowd proclaimed its light and followed me as I carried my torch through the starless night. Till drunk with the people's praises and mad with vanity, I forgot 'twas the torch they followed, and fancied they followed me. Then slowly my arm grew weary, upholding the shining load, and my tired feet went stumbling over the dusty road, and I fell with the torch beneath me. In a moment the light was out, when lo, from the throng a stripling sprang forth with a mighty shout, caught up the torch as it smoldered, and lifted it high and tall, till fanned by the winds of heaven, it fired the souls of all. As I lay in the darkness, the feet of the trampling crowd passed over, and far beyond me, its paeans proclaiming aloud. And I learned in the deepening twilight the glorious verity. 'Tis the torch that the people follow, whoever the bearer may be.
Thank you for your participation in tonight's Candlelight celebration. May we ever hold high the torch. As we move into the final moments together, and I finish out my time presiding over the 2025 National Conference, I would like to give a special thank you and shout out to our fabulous conference planning team. Elizabeth Clark, who initiated the University of Richmond and current advisor at West Texas A&M. Michaela Part, Texas Tech University. Jacqueline Huff, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Mac Pruitt, Purdue University. Heather Schaffner, Ohio Wesleyan University. Rachel Wong, Purdue University. And Trish Maxwell from the Ohio State University. You have all epitomized what it means to be a mortarboard leader with your innovation, creativity, hard work, and positive attitudes all weekend. Thank you for making this conference a great success and ensuring our collegiate members had a lot of fun. And now, Rachel Wong would like to give a quick update about the engagement competition.
Hey everyone, Heather and I have absolutely loved reading all of your reflections and answers throughout the Morty Board challenges the past 2 days. Just a reminder that all your answers are due by the end of today, so make sure to wrap up those questions. I've thrown a few more in there, and we'll be awarding an overall winner and determining a winning region after conference. So good luck.
Before I pass the gavel to Nathan to serve as our next national president of Mortarboard, I want to take a few moments to express my gratitude for this opportunity to serve as your national president for these past 2 years. I have thought about sharing this as my final moments with you today, but I've been reminded numerous times that I'm actually staying on National Council for 2 more years. In all seriousness, I am truly lucky that I'm able to continue this amazing journey with my Mortarboard colleagues. When I started as national president in 2003, I talked about standing on shoulders of activists and leaders who came before me, shoulders of friends and family, shoulders of role models like Katie Chick, who lives our ideals and has demonstrated how to be an exemplary president-elect, national president, and immediate past president, and the shoulders of other fellow Mortarboard leaders, past national presidents, committee chairs and members, regional coordinators, foundation trustees, national council members, and our executive director, Dr. Kirsten Fox, and our fantastic national office staff. And significantly, for me, the shoulders of my Purdue mentors, both the legacies before my time and the ones who provided me guidance and support in my early Mortarboard years and who continue to cheer me on today. Dorothy Stratton, Helen Schliemann, Beverly Stone, Barbara Cook, John Tieford, our adopted Boilermaker Marlisa Roney, Captain Sally Watlington, Bob and Linda Sorensen, Betty Nelson, who gave me my first giraffe that I still have today, and who reminds me that there's still much to do and no time to nap, and Jane Hamlin, who has shared her wisdom, advice, encouragement, and her tombstone and lineys with me all of these years. Over the past 2 years, I have also talked about the rent we owe as Mortarboards with the service to others as paying that rent. I've shared my memories of being tapped at Purdue by Jenny Birch-Lewinsky and hearing the tapping song outside of Purdue student government. I've highlighted the membership changes that we've enacted, which are helping us lay a foundation for a thriving and sustainable Mortarboard. And most importantly, I've emphasized community. Dr. Tamara McMillan talked yesterday about finding your tribe, your team, and Mortarboard has been my tribe, my team, and my community since I was tapped over 30 years ago. I have worked with amazing collegiate and alumni members, advisors, and national leaders, visited chapters, celebrated Mortarboard milestones, and made lifelong friends who bring joy and meaning into my life, including wings at Harry's, vacation opportunities, welcoming new family members and future Mortarboards, and sharing special moments in our lives together. And speaking of joy, I am honored today to welcome one of my community member and friend as our incoming president, Nathan Cordell. Nathan, you are a confident, courageous, and collaborative leader, and I look forward to working with you as you begin your journey. I am excited to see how you will write the next chapter for Mortarboard. Thank you for this opportunity to pay some of my rent and serve as your national president. I am grateful that you are part of our community, and I hope that you show up in your colors, redraw your lines, and continue to be giraffes. I wish you all the best for a successful and truly inspired upcoming year. And now, it is my pleasure to officially pass the torch and turn over the conference to your new national president, Nathan Cordell, from the Hypatia chapter at the University of Alabama.
So Cass, I'm not gonna cry. I've been crying for the last 2 days because I'm just overwhelmed at the opportunity, but I do have my giraffe that you gave us last year at our national conference. So it sits on my desk at home and I look at it daily. So um, to address the entire delegation, it is my pleasure to meet you all virtually and officially as president of your National Council. I emphasize your because as you've been made aware this weekend, whether you were in my session or another one, we are a student-led organization, one of the oldest. You are our voice, and I hope that you found that this virtual national conference beneficial and worthwhile. Many thanks to our speakers and programming volunteers. Of course, kudos to the core and conference planning committees, the National Foundation for their continued support, the National Council, and last but absolutely and certainly not least, Dr. Kirsten Fox and the entire national office team for their behind the scenes effort to make this a great experience. I'd like to briefly say something about Dr. McMillan's conference yesterday, or talk yesterday. Y'all, I took 3 pages of notes, and I'm from the South, and I'm from Alabama, so I can say y'all. So I took 3 pages of notes. Crayons. They're colorful, aren't they? And together, they can paint a beautiful picture. Outside of the 3 concepts she discussed, confidence, courage, and collaboration, the most important thing that I took away is that people are like crayons. They may not be your favorite color, but you need them to complete the picture. Lead from where you are with whatever color crayon you find yourself representing. Today, at the recommendation of my longtime friend and alumni representative on council, Leslie Ellis, my color is Alabama Bold Crimson. A brief introduction to myself. My name is Nathan Cordell. I am the incoming president of the National Council of Mortarboard. You've all been immersed in a sea of information and programming over the last 2 days. But after having been involved with mortarboard on a national level for the last 11 years, let me be the first to welcome you into the mortarboard family. I was tapped into the Hypatia chapter at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, especially to my fellow attendees today, President of the Hypatia chapter, Kelvin Hutchinson, Region Coordinator Dylan Cook, past National President and Advisor Extraordinaire Susan Herding Caples McGuire, and past National President Dr. Catherine Randall. I served as my chapter's treasurer, helped begin to establish our chapter's endowment, and while in law school served on various committees before becoming a section coordinator and rotating on to the National Council. So I'm invested. By day, I'm a lawyer, a boring transactional lawyer who drafts documents and manages people, but I love my job. I'm also an adjunct professor at the University of Alabama, where I teach constitutional law in the Honors College. I also have a 2.5-year-old golden retriever. Some of you may have seen him make an appearance this weekend on several programming sessions. He lovingly takes up a lot of my time and money, and he, again, may or not have made an appearance this weekend, so I'm sorry. But that's enough about me. Several years ago, a dear friend of mine who's on this call, former past national president Katie Chick, told a group of student leaders, including me at the time, while she was then national vice president, be the spark. What she meant at that time was to be the spark to keep the torch alive for the next 100 years. One of the things we hear most often as mortarboards is hold high the torch. But what does that mean? I'd like to summon a few folks to help explain what I think that means. Our organization was founded in 1918 to advance the status of women. Maya Angelou is quoted saying that each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, possibly, without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Hillary Clinton famously quoted at the United Nations General Assembly that women's rights are human rights. Eleanor Roosevelt stated that great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people, and that with a new day comes new strengths and new thoughts. Dr. Martin Luther King taught me that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it does indeed bend toward justice. President Barack Obama stated that change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. My mentor and friend, who is on the call, and former past national president, Dr. Kathy Randall, who I'm thankful and honored is here this afternoon, said in her incoming speech in the early 80s, and my friend and outgoing president, Dr. Cassandra Lucas, just quoted this: service is the rent we pay for our space on Earth. That's mortarboard, ladies and gentlemen. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things, the change that we seek. Great minds discussing ideas that bend toward justice, fighting for the rights of all people. Because in my world, y'all means all. Advancing the status of women, paying rent through service to others. Ultimately, holding high the torch and being the spark to ensure that the torch that represents these values I described remains lit for decades to come. I follow in the footsteps of trailblazers in this new role as the National Council President, including Dr. Barbara Arnold and Dr. Abigail Deal, Gail Harrison Corvette, Katie Chick, Dr. Marty Starling, Dr. David Whitman, Dr. Dan Turner, Dr. Sally Stedman, Bill Netterer, Dr. Denise Rohde, Dr. Mabel Freeman, Kay McKenzie, Dottie Phillips, Catherine Nelson Evans, who is the recipient of a Distinguished Lifetime Membership Award this evening, Ruth Weimer-Mount, the incomparable Dr. Kathy Randall, Susan McGuire from the University of Alabama, among many others. And certainly not last, and certainly not least, my friend who is leaving me some big, bold, strategic shoes to fill, Dr. Cassandra Lucas. Cass, a point of personal privilege as I become national president, you've been a mentor over the last 2 years. Beyond that, you've been a friend for over a decade. The value of your guidance has been immeasurable, but trust me, I know where to find you, and you won't go far. There's a direct flight from Birmingham to Phoenix, and I'll jump on, and if I need you, or I'll just get Andy to come get me, and I'll come back to Phoenix. I will always and forever appreciate your friendship, Cass, your leadership, and your advice. The legacy that you are leaving as president of Mortarboard is one that will last a lifetime and beyond. I can only hope that I fill your shoes and all the folks' shoes who have come before me well enough to continue to blaze the trail for you all as students, alumni, advisors, and as lifetime members of our society. In closing, and I'm a little long-winded, I'm a lawyer, I'm sorry. My charge to all of you as your incoming national president is to be the spark. Ignite the flame of change. Invest in yourself and your community to establish a lifetime and a legacy of scholarship, leadership, and service. And remember, it's the torch that people follow, whomever the bearer may be. I look forward to serving you as your new national president. Now it's time to adjourn the business meeting If you would like to move to adjourn the meeting, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Do I see a motion?
Marivelle had her hand raised first. Marivelle, do you want to remind us of your name and your school?
Yes, Maribel Alfaro, San Diego State University.
Fantastic. Thank you, Maribel. This motion requires a second for adjournment. I will entertain a second.
Second.
I will entertain Jess Flynn. Jess, will you come off of mute and entertain your college, please?
My name is Jess Flynn. I'm the president of Salem College.
Great. It has been moved and seconded that this business meeting be adjourned. This motion is not debatable. All those in favor, please signify by raising your virtual hand. Okay. Are there any opposed to adjourning conference in this meeting? Great. Seeing none, I now conclude the 62nd Mortarboard National Conference. Thank you all so much for attending this weekend. We're excited to see all that our chapters accomplish this year, and we look forward to getting to know our newest members and to continue strengthening connections with our alumni across the country. Alumni, national leaders, and advisors, please feel free to stay on the call. Collegiate members, you're free to go. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you all and look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much.